Hello, people of the internet. Ian and Joe here, and this is the Something Vloggy CADW Challenge.
We are attempting to visit and film all 130 properties in the care of CADW in 1 year.
Today we are visiting Chepstow Port Wall.
There are two things of which you can be certain: death and taxes. And we can be certain that the people who built this wall in the 13th century are all now long dead, and that, in part, they built this wall in order to collect taxes on the goods that pass through its gate.
It was also used for defence. The wall was 1,100 metres long, 2 metres thick and 4.6 metres high.
It had at least a dozen circular towers and a dry moat that ran alongside the outside of the wall.
It was largely built by the Earl of Norfolk, Roger Bigod II, because obviously Roger Bigod I was so impressed with his name. The town gate was rebuilt during the medieval period. The current gate dates largely from the early 16th century, as it was restored in 1524 by Charles Somerset, the first Earl of Worcester.
This gateway was the only entrance to the town, and tolls were collected on all cattle and goods that passed through for sale at the market within.
There is a surprising amount of wall left intact, despite the fact that it goes through the middle of the town. Unfortunately, when they put the roads in, they whacked some whacking great big holes through the port wall. You know, I suppose they didn't want to go round, and there was only one gateway, and it was really small, as you've just seen. So it's not surprising. I mean, otherwise they'd have to build bridges over the top or tunnels underneath, and I can't imagine they had the budget for that. Anyway, onwards with our walk. We're going that way. You can walk quite a substantial length of the port wall. You can't walk all of it, because some of it turns out is the back wall of somebody's back garden. And I think they might get slightly upset. When I say somebody's, I mean lots of different people. It's not all the same person, because that would be one hell of a garden.
It's a nice feature though to have.
It is. What you do get, lots of funny little footpaths like this that run through the wall, so you can get to quite a bit of it without getting totally trapped one side or the other.
Awesome.
Get a nice bit of shade. Oh, and you get meowed at by pussycats.
Get a pretty rub. I'm quite enjoying it as a little walk. I mean, the town bits are obviously quite noisy, but it's only really when you're crossing the roads that you have to worry about it. And if you're going through the town, you can always stop for a coffee, which is always nice.
Lots and lots of walls to look at. Lots and lots of walls.
It's just like walking through a formal garden, I have to say.
It is. It's all nicely looked after as well.
Yeah.
Which is
recently pruned.
Which is always good. The problem is, you find that you can walk bits, and then you find you're cut off, as we are here. So we've come walking around this corner, and that bit over there, that bit there, is where it stops. And there is no path. So what we're going to have to do, daft as it may seem, is walk back the way we've just come, and then walk around the other side of it for a bit. But at least we get to see plenty of it. We're not really walking next to the port wall anymore, but we'll get there.
Unfortunately, you can't follow the port wall all the way, but if you follow a zigzaggy path, it leads you straight back to it, and that's where we're heading now.
In fact, I can see it.
Because it forms part of people's back gardens, you can't go any further. So this is the second of our CADW Challenge films, and also the end of the Chepstow Port Wall walk, because
this is the end of the Chepstow Port Wall. It literally ends over there, which is, you know, not where it used to end, because it used to end at the river, but when they put the train line through, they had to chop the end of it because, well, trains and a wall probably don't mix particularly well.
No, I should imagine not.
You'll be able to join us for our next CADW Challenge film.
Number 3 is going to be Chepstow Castle.
It is. Join us next time for Chepstow Castle.
To make sure you get to see the rest of our adventures, don't forget to press the YouTube subscribe button.
And if you want to get notifications, click the little bell to give it some ears.
See you next time.
TTFN.